Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to Schedule 1, Episode 4 of our Fresh Start playthrough. Now, in this episode, I'm gonna be prioritizing the acquisition of the warehouse. And I want to have like a really substantial setup with a lot of different products and a lot of workers and all that. You know, I want to actually be like kingpin status. So we're gonna work our way toward that kingpin status here. Let's hop in. Already my net worth is 172k, and apparently there's a beta branch that you can opt into that has extra updates. Like I can go into the pawn shop and sell unwanted equipment and shit. Pretty crazy. I was thinking about trying the beta branch. Right now I can't go into the pawn shop, but it is apparently something you can do if you opt into it. Maybe more wise if I don't though. We'll just play the game in its stable form. Counter offer. Right on. I can't believe he took that deal. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go for big sales only. I have standards. Standards of conduct. So I suppose I may as well just gamble my life away, but we're gonna have to wait until the casino opens at 4. She doesn't want anything. He does. Oh, hell yeah, look at me, fucking Spider-Man. Yo, no way. That's interesting. The overhead bridge is collapsed. You imagine that'll be a way to another map in the future? Huh? New place to start an empire and sell some drugs? Hello, Delta Ray. And hello, Anton. It's good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm no life in it too these days. Really having fun. Yeah, who does clean that crap up? That was probably the most hilarious and avoidable death I have ever had in any Resident Evil game ever. And I'm glad it happened for the channel. I cannot believe how preventable that death circumstance was. Like, just, you know, like, that was completely avoidable. Anyway, what's going on here? It looks like we're all out of seeds. So I'll have to get more. Let's contact Albert and purchase some more. And in the meantime, I'm gonna pick up some of this loose trash here. It's not even necessary to clean up the trash, though. It's really more of a my personal sanity thing. God damn, there is so much waste. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, we'll just leave the trash there. All right. I do wish there were... You know what? Maybe I can make a more addictive weed strain. I'm gonna look into that a little bit, I think. Because honestly, we're not selling this stuff very well. We sit on so much product that we can't get rid of, right? Now, let's go meet our supplier. Molly is out dealing. Wait. That's not Molly. Still, this pothead over here might buy something. Want to buy something? Right on. Oh, she's lit. Yeah, she's good. Peter wants to trade with me tonight. All right. Sick. Hell yeah. Unloading on lots of products, getting some extra cash. You want to search my body. All right, go ahead. You won't find shit, pig. Oink, oink, motherfucker. All right. Hang on. Let's go buy ingredients from the gas station and perform some mixes. I want to try to increase the addictiveness of my purple weed. Because we have a lot of customers that we're failing to get because our weed isn't good enough, right? So, this is sedating. I want to give it, like, energy drinks for sure. 20. Maybe just 10? Yeah, we'll do 10 energy drinks and 10 Adderall. It won't be sedating anymore. Let's go mix this shit up. All right. Viagra gives 85% addictiveness, eh? Well, we just got Mac as a customer. What about you, Genghis Khan? You want to buy something? Right on, buddy. Have a good time. Okay. I want to have special free sample weed. Benji, my man. What do you got? Oh yeah, fuck, I need seeds. I never met my supplier. Hang on. I don't exactly have the inventory space for the seeds, but maybe I can lock him in place if there's seeds on the pallet. Oh, he's gone. I just didn't make it. That sucks. Hopefully, if I call him again tomorrow, we'll be able to get what we need. Anyway, I do have a lot of seeds over at the barn. But that's kind of my personal stash, you know? Maybe I'll move the mixing table over there. Maybe I should be doing my mixing there, keeping it separate from this business. All right, let's take the mixing station. Well, where's Billy Kramer? You are Billy Kramer. Here, take a free sample. Tell me if you like that shit. You piece of shit! Not again, he says. All right. Yeah. Next time, maybe he'll take my free sample, huh? Back to selling drugs. Yeah, we had a really funny death in Resident Evil. Completely avoidable. Probably the least common way to die in the history of the entire game's, well, history. It was amazing. I'm surprised I died the way that I died. Definitely a career first for me. Of all the ways someone can die in Resident Evil, that was probably the least likely mode of death. Anyway, let's get going. The farm is close by. Oh, Anton, I was playing Resident Evil the remake from 2002. Like the Resident Evil 1 remake. Yeah, I was doing it with no saving permadeath on hard difficulty. Okay, here we go. Now, I can harvest some of these, but I don't even have my own clippers here. Hang on, let's do a delivery. It's not delivery, it's delici. Oh, I can't even deliver clippers. Alright, never mind. Schedule some deals. Okay. Now, I'm gonna bring some more seeds to the other place. And we'll leave behind this stuff for now. I will do my mixing here, and I'll do some harvesting here too, but for now... Yeah, let's go back. It is a hard game, but I mean, I have so much like I've memorized all the steps for how to beat the game, so it's like it's very straightforward for me to go through the whole game at this point. But I got myself killed in the stupidest but funniest way. All right, here we are. Curfew is starting. Deposit some seeds, let them keep on growing. Guess I won't bother cleaning up the garbage around here. Now we have 12 product. I'm gonna take that product. And I need to buy clippers at the warehouse and go back to the farm. I also have to do these deals, which I'll need some more greenery in order to do them. I might actually need 2 helpings of jar stacks. Taco Ticklers has... Really? I'm right outside my house. Like... I don't know. I think the curfew thing needs work, because technically I was on my property, right? Like, that's where I live. You shouldn't be breaching curfew if you're just, like, sitting on your lawn. I wouldn't care as much if I wasn't on day 2 without cigarettes, but... Monster Hunter is 70 euros, huh? That's pretty brutal. All right. Time to make some money. Wow, I accidentally gave him less than he was due, and he was actually fine with it. Mick is the guy who works in the pawn shop, which we'll be able to enter if we ever opt into the beta. Oh. Well, we sold a lot of product today. All right. So I need to buy my own pair of clippers. Which it looks like this guy can't even sell. I'll buy the brick press. Well, we got a lot of deals done today. All of them past curfew for a good amount of extra cash. You'll never take me alive, pigs. All right, go to sleep. I find that's easier than losing the pursuit. Just beat them to death with a bat and then you can get away easy, right? It's not really conventional, but it does work. Yo, you wanna buy some weed? Right on. Now I can buy those clippers. Haven't needed a pair of clippers in a long time. All right. I'll try out the brick press soon. I don't know if we can use the brick press with weed to make hash or not, but... All right. Down the mixing station. Okay. Gingeritis and thought-provoking. Well, it looks like just combining the purple weed with Adderall was enough to make it far more addicting. Let's just mix that and then see what the finished result looks like. All right. So, Adderall, energy drink, and Granddaddy Purple. Purple Smegma. It even has 69 rating, you know? Now, let's check out the product itself. What? Yo, guys. 100% addictiveness has been achieved in 2 mixes. Completely by accident. Okay, combine Granddaddy Purple with Adderall and then combine that finished product with energy drinks and you get 100% addictiveness. No fucking way. That's sick, dude. That is decidedly ill. All right. Oh, buddy, I can't believe that. That is sick. All right, we're gonna need more dime bags, and I need to buy more seeds. So let's get a delivery brought here. I'll get just 20 baggies will do. Over to the barn. Okay. He wants 8 Granddaddy Purple. I will sell you 10 for an extra 100. We can do it at night. Under the overpass for the next 6 hours, eh? I'm very happy, man. I can't believe I got a 100% addictiveness rating with 2 ingredients. Here, just have a jar as a free sample. We'll get her. We'll get her with our 100% addictiveness weed for sure. All right, got a deal done. Right, seeds. I have a whole bunch just sitting on the pallet here. Hello, Farf. Good to see you, buddy. How are you doing on this fine... It's like Tuesday, right? We're selling drugs. I recently just created a weed strain that has 100 addictiveness, and we named it Purple Smegma, which is weird because it's not even purple. But Dick Cheese was taken. I already named the type of weed Dick Cheese, so... I am so tempted to start over and have a fresh start. Like... I don't think you guys understand. I am so tempted to do it because the thing is, I now know how to make a strain of weed that's relatively easy to make that has 100% addictiveness, right? And that can be the fabled Dick Cheese weed. Like, we'll just sling mad fucking Dick Cheese. Yo, father friendly must want some weed, right? Well, he's gone. All right. All right, let's drive back to the barn and grab our vials of weed seeds on the way. I can also grab some cash from Molly. She's got 4.5 grand, which is kind of nuts. All right. Plenty of seeds. Counter offer. 10 for 200 more. Do it tonight. 5 for 100 more. Tonight. 5 more for 200 more. At night. And 2 more for $100 more. So far, so good. A lot of fucking popo around here. All right, yeah. Slinging some mad dope. I will sell you 10 for an extra 100 more. All right. Oh. You want to search me, but I have weed seeds, so... No. You will not search me. Sorry. I'm under arrest, eh? Well, you're under my fucking baseball bat, bitch! That's why women can't join the force! That's right. That's what you get. Shouldn't have fucked with me. You don't fuck with me. Alright. Now we just evade the long arm of the law. That's what you get. Like, what are you doing? You're a woman on the police force. Like, I could do this all day, all right? Go in the water. Drown. I am an evil drug dealer, like... I'm a bad person. All right. Hey, sweetie, can we have another coffee, please?
I will put on another
Oh my god.
Would you like some?
No, when I do eat it, I'm not gonna want to microwave it. I'll want to reheat the whole thing in the oven. Or maybe just like my own serving, but... Oh, wow, you are wet.
Well, they all just came in.
You good boy, good boy.
I was gonna offer you eggs and hash brown.
That sounds tempting. And it's close enough to real food where I don't need to feel guilty about eating it. I'll take you up on it. I'd like to have 3 eggs and 3 hash browns, please. Thank you very much, sweetie. All right, Theo. You gonna get cozy? Come on, gonna get cozy. Good boy. Yeah. You're a good boy. I understand. All right. Okay, Theo, go on. All right. Still got 2 more deals to do before I return to the car and... Oh god, they're on the other end of town. All right. You know what? I'm not even gonna do those deals. It's not worth it. We're just gonna attract police presence, and we'd rather not. All right. I do find in this game that it's a little too easy to just like, if cops chase you, you can just beat them up and lose them right away, right? It's they're not very accurate with the pistol. It's very easy to just eradicate the entire police force and get rid of it, you know? Which I suppose on some level I like. I rely on it often enough to indicate that I must like it, but it just also feels dirty to do it, right? It feels like it's too easy to incapacitate the officers. All right, here we go. Again, this music has no right being this beautiful in a game about drug dealing. Fucking beautiful. All right, now let's try giving the purple smegma to the guys that we still have to get. It looks like they're all down at the wharf, so we'll go over there now and we'll try giving them this new type of weed that I manufactured with 100% addictiveness rating. I am curious though about, hang on. Addictiveness Schedule 1. Addictiveness governs how much someone will buy. If it's super addictive, they can approach you in the street and demand that you sell them something. Because I noticed that with the purple weed, I have a much harder time just doing random sales on the street. I feel like with the green crack or even the OG Kush, more people were willing to buy my product whenever I passed by them. 45% chance. I guess it's better than what it used to be. Okay, we got a new customer in him. 26% chance. Not the best. But, maybe the addictiveness makes it so that your chance increases every day. I don't know. All right, well, we have one more customer that we have yet to acquire. And I want to repay her for not liking our weed. Oh my God. Have a fun time at work, unconscious. All right, where am I going? Trailer. I need to reach friendly with one of Jane's connections. Dealer. Who are her connections, though, I wonder? Maybe Melissa and Billy? It would look that way. Why on earth would I let you search me when I can do this instead? Oh, shit. I was gonna kill them with the bat, but since we got through it anyway, I decided against it. Man, I can't wait for new maps. You know what's crazy is I've actually gotten so familiar with this town and the NPCs that sometimes I see them and I know their name and I know where they work, right? Like, a lot of the NPCs in this I'm familiar with to enough of an extent where I'm like, yeah, you're this person and you work here, you live here. It's crazy, man. Let's play NPC trivia and see how many just wandering NPCs I recognize. That's Mick right over there. Yeah, we got Mick, we got Trent, right? Trent, Mick. That's George. Like, I feel like I know these people, you know? I think Jerry and Joyce live here. That's Chloe. Yeah, this is Jerry. He lives at the tent. I don't know this guy's name. Dean, yeah, Dean the tattoo artist. He lives up the road. This is Peter File. Hang on, let me take a look at something on Steam real quick, okay? An alternate version of the game, what is this? Oh, there's a clear trash command? Oh, I mean, that's useful, man. Open beta. Yeah, I'm very tempted to start over and try that open beta. Very tempted. I mean, manufacturing a very addictive strain of weed as soon as possible would just be awesome, you know? However, one thing I don't like about the game so far is that when you mix a type of weed, you can't get a seed for it. Like, I can't get seeds for purple smegma, you know? But I guess that makes sense because purple smegma is not the result of growing, it's the result of hybridization through, like, mixing. It just... yeah. That is 100% addictive, though. And, like, that's sick. 2 ingredients for that? Hang on. 100% addictiveness, 1 ingredient. Schedule 1. See, a lot of these are hard to make. What's that? Gorilla strain? This strain has a 100% addiction rating, which means that NPCs who try it will get hooked right away. Well, guys, I honestly think I'm gonna restart a new playthrough. We're gonna opt into the open beta, right? And I'm gonna try to make that 100% addictive strain. Oh, but there is something to consider. You don't unlock Adderall until you're very far in the game, right? Okay, hang on. Let me check the Schedule 1 calculator here. Well, let's try to figure out. I know Viagra is available pretty much right away. I just want to try making a few things here. Out of the purple. And honestly, it might not even be the best idea to do the purple strain. It sucks though, guys. I can feel it that I'm nearing the end of my trail with Schedule 1. I want to keep it interesting and I want to keep it fresh, but I've run out of content, and pretty much the only thing I can do now is opt into the beta and get whatever new content I can that way, right? Which it doesn't really add much, unfortunately, but it's something. And it would be a way for us to progress through again and perhaps do a few things a little differently this time. All right. So this is with Viagra. We got Sedating Tropic Thunder, Pink Diamond. And that's 85%, just like somebody said, 85% addictiveness. And if I instead mix Granddaddy Purple with paracetamol, I get Thick McLovin, which has a considerably reduced market value. And considerably, okay, so pretty much probably Viagra is your best bet at addictiveness. Hang on. Best early game addictiveness weed, Schedule 1. Although I feel like this is something I should probably find out for myself, right? All right, well, you know what? We're gonna contact Albert Hoover. Oh, I can't order. Wait, I technically could. Albert Hoover, order a dead drop. I'm gonna get 2 of each type of seed. Except I already have plenty of Granddaddy Purple, but... Okay, ready in around 3 hours. We're gonna grab that tonight. And then I'll grow them overnight. All right. Let's get a whole bunch of this shit. As long as it's the early game resources that you don't have to wait long to get, you know? So, Coke, energy drink, donut, banana, flu medicine, paracetamol, and Viagra. And we'll get it shipped to the barn. All right. In around 3 hours, huh? What I'm curious of is if you take green crack, which has like a higher starting addictiveness, and you add Viagra to it, will it cause it to be 100% addictiveness, right? Because ultimately, I think the addictiveness is going to determine how much of your product can be moved at any given time. And I want to learn more about the types of weed that they enjoy. Like what the individual customers are after. Maybe we can tell that in the contacts here. So if we look at Kyle, his favorite effects are calming, munchies, and smelly. Calorie dense, euphoric munchies. And they all have different addiction ratings. See, you can tell all the people that I've been regularly selling the purple weed to, they have very low addictiveness ratings. And the addictiveness, like the high addiction people, were the people that we were selling the other types of weed to the whole time. Collect dead drop in the skate park. Yeah, I want to keep our customers more addicted to the product in my next playthrough. All right, let's get back to the barn. We just have to plant these and then we can try some mixes tomorrow. Yeah. I'm really curious to see if I combine green crack with Viagra. Will that cause it to have 100% addictiveness with just one ingredient, right? That's critical info. I want people to be desperate for more of my product, you know? Which sounds horrible. I feel like when I first started playing this game, I was a dealer of principle, and now I'm just evil. All right, we have the sour diesel there. Green crack. And OG Kush. Anyway, those will grow. Let's empty the van of everything delivered. And we could use pretty much an entire shelf for this stuff. And we'll experiment with some one-off mixes. I want them to be one-off mixes. I want to be able to just take one type of weed, mix it with one thing, and have 100% addictiveness. We know we were able to accomplish it with, I think, Viagra and Red Bull. With the purple haze, but something earlier game would be preferable. Something we'll have access to sooner. Perhaps the most promising strain would be green crack with Viagra. We'll see. Anyway, let's get some sleep while those plants grow. Everyone gets addicted to meth. You had morals when you first started. I'm glad to see you, Farf. Very glad to see you, buddy. I had really good principles, Farf, when I first started playing this, and now I've descended into like the bowels of people are customers, and I got to keep them as addicted as possible. I've fully fallen. All right, so the first plant we got was, I think, the sour diesel. Yeah, and then the second one was green crack. Green crack has the most glowing and radiant look to it, but OG Kush has that nice calming greenery to it. Now, let's test Viagra mixes with this. We're going for good addictiveness with minimal effort. So, sour diesel, no, let's do the green crack first. Green crack and Viagra. Dark ass. All right. So, products. Dark ass. 100% addictiveness rating. And we can call it like green dick cheese or something. It's energizing with tropic thunder. So, I'm going to assume that if I add hang on. I have to deposit a couple things here. We'll deposit the jar, the dark ass. I'm going to assume that because the sour diesel comes with 10% addictiveness, if I add the Viagra, then it'll get bumped up to 95. However, it has less value, it seems. Yeah, 95. So it's a flat addition, basically. Very high addictiveness if I do green crack and Viagra. Very high addictiveness. Thank you, sweetie pie. All right, now. Both of these buds look the same. Wedding ass and dark ass. Energizing tropic thunder and refreshing tropic thunder. It looks like Viagra just provides the tropic thunder effect, you know? Now, Granddaddy Purple has no addictiveness to it whatsoever. So if I add that, we get a strange looking strain called Pink Diamond, which we already produced, it looks like. And Pink Diamond has 85% addictiveness. Sedating and Tropic Thunder. Let's take a look at some of the customers here and get a feel for what people like. So euphoric, refreshing, energizing, gingeritis, shrinking, electrifying. This person likes the schizophrenic effect. Wow, okay. But as long as we have the most addictive weed possible with the least steps as possible to produce it, then that's kind of fine. You know, like that's what I want. I don't like the glowing radiated look of the green crack, but honestly, I think we are ready. Now, let me just try a couple more ingredients here with the green crack and see what can provide additional addictiveness. So if we add Coke to the green crack, we get green crack. Huh. Okay, so adding Coke to green crack, you just get green crack again. And it doesn't really seem to change it. Unless, hang on. No, yeah, it loops back around to green crack. So, let's add an energy drink to it and see what happens. Ultra Gruel. Energizing and athletic. Let's check that out. Okay, 99% with the energy drink, providing energizing and athletic, whereas the dark ass is energizing tropic thunder. So they maintain like tropic thunder They both have energizing. I think that's a green crack thing. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's try flu medicine, but I think flu medicine is harder to come by. You have to be further in the game. This is aspen smegma, apparently. Aspen smegma, green crack, and flu medicine. So really not the best. Not the best. Flu medicine does not have a high addictiveness rating. So let's grab the paracetamol, the donuts, and the bananas. We're adding painkillers to the green crack to see what happens. Dark Bud, Paranoia, and Sneaky. Uh, 37% addictiveness, undesirable. Let's try adding a donut to the green crack. Energizing and calorie dense. Yeah, 49% addictiveness. Not enough for us though. We're going for like the inhumane, totally addicted, can't escape. Aspen death. Don't I already have that? Yeah, 42%. This is another way to make it. Mary, thank you very much. And ML, welcome back to the pack, buddy. You recently ran out of membership and then Mother Mary gave you the gift again. Look at that. Right on. Thank you very much, Mary. You know we appreciate that greatly. And now, ML, you can spam those TIE Fighter emojis again. Anyway, guys, I think we found our mixture. So we just go Viagra and green crack. Now, theoretically, like sour diesel brings it up a little bit, but we got to factor in it's going to take a long time to actually make these buds. But having 100% addictiveness rating will totally be worth it. Now, one thing that's interesting about this, if I combined green crack with a banana, we'd get aspen death, and then we combine aspen death with energy drink, and we'd get this, which has really good effects, like a wide range of good effects, and 100% addictiveness. Whereas if I just do the green crack and the Viagra, oh, sour diesel, Viagra, wedding ass. Dark ass. Energizing, tropic thunder. Because the combination of effects that you have makes everyone happy, right? I really appreciate that, Mary. Yeah, day 2, guys. Day 2 without smokes, and I gotta admit, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think by the time my mom gets back from her trip, I'll be just fine. Now, hang on. Let me take a look here. Best weed mixes, Schedule 1. This was March 2025, which is very recent. Well, you know what? We're just gonna focus on addictiveness in our new playthrough. We're gonna really start out with the addictiveness. Yes. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go for right now, but I will be right back. We're gonna start a new stream, and we're gonna prioritize green crack and Viagra mixes so that we can have a very addicting strain of weed. 100% addictiveness right away. Ultra Gruel is an option too. It's energizing and athletic, whereas this is energizing and Tropic Thunder. But I do think that we should just make the, yeah, it's even worth more. So we'll do 100% addictiveness, and we can easily achieve that with green crack and Viagra. But I may want to take a look at additives. Schedule 1. I'm gonna hope I can actually see the list. All ingredients in Schedule 1 and their effects. Well, it doesn't really tell you what the ingredients do in terms of addictiveness. It only tells you what quality they bestow upon the weed itself. But as long as I'm getting people as addicted as possible, because we kind of shot ourselves in the foot here, being the virtuous dealer with the Granddaddy Purple. Now, I thought that this would be the best strain, but the issue with the Granddaddy Purple is that it has 0% addictiveness. It's almost too nice. We were too kind to these people. All right, Judy, I'll see you in the next stream. Hop right in, okay? I'm going to schedule a new stream for us, and we're going to hop right in, okay? I'll see you guys shortly.